Too old for this stuff. Run away, old man! Okay, let's do it. Hello, folks out there tuning in for the first installment here of. Whoops. Well, that's not good. First installment of this new channel, which may or may not have an actual name at time of filming here. I'm still working on that. There might be some ADR in the video here when I drop in the finalized name of the channel. My midlife crisis. If I know how to do that in editing, but who knows. So anyhow, here we are, and just a cathartic exercise for myself, as the channel name might indicate. People go through things. People cope with certain things. Like a lot of folks out there, regressing into your childhood might be effective, give you something to do. No judgment, because here I am. But over the past couple of years, I have been delving into my childhood through stuff like this. A lot of toys. A lot of toys. And here we are. I just want to start something here, hopefully, and get something on video and just chat. And as the stop motion earlier might have given you a hint on, the very deep and thought-provoking stop motion there, very labor-intensive stop motion. It's looking at the past, seeing the future introduced. Yeah. It's just two toys. Two toys transforming. But let's talk about the good old days. And we're just doing this video. I got to do this video. I have to do the video. Just got to do it. That's why the whole name thing isn't happening as of yet, because I just have to get this video out. Like, I know a lot of you guys must watch YouTube videos, and any successful person out there with his own channel is going to say, shoot the video. Just shoot the video. Just do it. You got to get started. And you know what? Like a lot of you guys, let's be honest. I've always wanted to write a book, right? You guys, I'm sure you've been there. Gonna write a book. I'm the kind of person who I'll write and it's not good enough, so I'll go back and change it. I'll write something, it's not good enough. I'll go back and change it. And I just hit a brick wall of just trying to get it right the first time. You know what I'm saying? So here we are, doing a video with Optimus Prime. Let's tell you this right off the bat. This is not an original Hasbro Takara G1 Optimus Prime. This is a Chinese knockoff. And there are no stickers on it. So I figure let's talk about the good old days, and maybe stick some stickers. I have the box. Luckily, I saved the box for this, because look at this. Look at this big, beautiful box. Yeah, and look at that art, which was a little confusing as a kid, because I'm like, look at that Optimus Prime guy. That's not the Optimus Prime in the cartoons, is it? What's up with his face? Then all this other action here. We'll be talking about this guy at some point. Sunstreaker was the first Transformer that I had. Yeah, so here's the box and those tech specs. This is, You can actually kind of see this, can't you? That's very apparent. That's some. I don't think that's how it worked back in the day. Because you remember how you got that little red filmy thing, so you could read all those top secret things on the back of the box. But here we go with the instructions and the stickers here, which I have not been sticking for a little while. And then some of the accessories are still in here. These little missile jobbers that I don't know if that the drone in the back of the trailer. I don't know if that was actually properly spring loaded, so you could actually launch those missiles. I'm kind of thinking it didn't really work too well. Maybe the Takara, the Japanese version, launched because safety out here. Now let's take a look at the instructions and all the stickers here, all the stuff that I would have gotten as a kid way back in the day. What's this? Oh, okay. And here is that the little red film thing, which was just like magic back in the day when you got this grid, you couldn't see anything, and then bam! Oh my goodness, there's meaning here. And yeah, as you can see, the printing on this. Why bother? Why bother? It's a world transformed where things are not what they seem. It is the world of the Transformers. Yeah. Yeah. Let's take a look again. You know what? Let's check this out because here's some product photography, which these days, good Lord, I don't think you actually get a lot of actual product shots on packaging these days on toys so much. It's all, CGI, or you get big old plastic windows and stuff so you can see it. But check out that photography. Look at that just background, that red to orange slight gradient there. Just very plain looking. That one's not too bad. This one's not too bad. But there are some other ones that are like, wow, they could have thrown a little more. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. One thing that will become very apparent is that I like to go off on tangents, and if you don't know what a Shaggy Dog story is, you will probably learn what is a Shaggy Dog story listening to me ramble on. But here is the instructions, because, as we all know, Optimus Prime is, well, we're doing that. I meant to do that. One of those Transformers that is just terribly complex to transform, right? Let's do a little flip. You get the arms going in here, which is just a mainstay of all Optimus Primes, right? Got to get that arm motion. Oh my God! Folding it back, and there you go. We're done. He is. Wait a minute. What is going on here? There. He is transformed. And like I said, this is a knockoff. And there's some of the things on this that just doesn't seem quite right. But then again, my memory is, good Lord, really fuzzy memories. I was always confused about this as a kid. It's like, why? I mean, that's pretty cool, right? You get to flip the cab windows down and stuff, but what was the point? What was the point? And then seeing that Takara name stamped on the toy. What is Takara? What is this? This is Hasbro, man. It's America. Hasbro. But there's Optimus, and back in the day, nobody knew what parts forming was. Nobody cared. You know what people did care about? I don't care what you say. This is different here. Okay, that is slightly different. This, if you look at his ion rifle blaster, whatever. This doesn't look right. Now what I can show you, let me show you, skip to the head, spoiler alert. This is all I have left of my original Optimus Prime, because I did have Prime back in the day. The sad story, we'll get into that later, but if you look at the blasters, the original is the kind of, not so thick, beefy boy here, chunky blaster here, which, let's jump forward to modern day. And if you look at the main line here, Legacy Prime, he comes with 2 blasters. There's the thick one and the not so thick. Send focus. How about that? There's a reason for this. I don't know what the reason is, aside from at such a point there were 2 different versions, because there must be a reason why there were 2 different versions. I don't know what the reason is. Anyway, all right. So this is the original. Here is this. I got sidetracked. Why this handle? Why did they do this? Because you can't. I mean, it kind of fits on there, right, with the handle, but you just have to put it, like that. So he can't shoot straight because they got the peg for the toy, but then they got like the real life handle. Just pick one, please. For the sake of realism, I can appreciate that handle, but for the sake of the toy, it shouldn't have been there, right? Because that's not bad. I mean, that stays. Whoops. Oh, hindsight, you know what they say. Hindsight is something or other. Hindsight won't get fooled again. Well, that's 40 years ago. Here is the instruction booklet, all the good stuff showing you how to transform him. Yada yada. This is back in the day where you actually had words. Some people out there might not understand what I'm saying here. There were actually words in like instructions. Not like today where you get a pictogram, how to build your coffee table or whatnot, and it's all just images and whatnot. I don't have the trailer out here because you all know what the trailer looks like. I don't think there are any stickers to stick on the oh, there are stickers to stick on the trailer, aren't there? Whoa, boy. Let's just get some of the basics onto Optimus, I guess. It looks kind of nice without the stickers, doesn't it? I think that's why I didn't put them on there to begin with. Because there's just something kind of nice about being so plain. But, back in the day as a kid, if I got stickers on packed in with my toy, they had to get stuck. They were going to get stuck. Make no mistake about that. Because, they're stickers. It's fun. You stick stickers. And these instructions, if you call it that, it's very, very distracting here. I need a better setup. As I said, this is our first video. I need to get it done, get in the can. And my setup isn't the best here. Let's start with the Autobot symbol here. This is, I should have my tools for this. I've got all manners of little tweezers and stuff for sticking decals and stickers and such. I should be using that. But whatever. Oh my goodness, come on, get out of there. Oh, I need my tweezers. I can't do it. Oh, that looks terrible. Oh, and you can't even see it because hi, I know what I'm doing. But we can edit that out, right? By the modern miracle of stuff. We can always edit that out. Let's pause. I'm going to get some tweezers. Okay, and we're back. Got some tweezers. Hopefully I'll pay attention to product placement in the frame here. Come on, come off. Seriously. I think one issue here is that, unlike most people, when I'm filming something, I'm filming with my phone here because, again, got to get it done. It doesn't look any better, does it? That's awful. Yeah, it's whatever. Unlike most people, when I'm filming something on my phone, I'm actually looking at reality. I don't look at the phone so much. There's something a little distressing about people actually at an event and they're staring at their phone instead of what's going on. It's kind of bizarre, isn't it? And I've got kids, I guess, as part of this midlife crisis thing. Let's talk about where we are as people in these positions, as life is just crumbling around us, and the strong do what the strong do or whatever, and then most other people will revert back to the childhood. Oh, that's weird. That's molded. Well, whatever. I guess they weren't gonna mold things. Anyway, let's stick this stripe, this elusive stripe, which is fascinating. How I don't know, and I don't know who gets blamed for this. Is it Sunbow? Is it the people who made the cartoon? Is it Takara? Is this big enough? But this insistence on putting a stripe on Prime in truck mode, and then when he transforms, it disappears. Wait, am I getting that backwards? Is it the other way around? He's got the stripe. He's got the stripe in truck mode. Did I just say that? Hey, this stripe is just way too big. What is up? Oh my goodness. Well, what's the point of the little wedge? Oh my god, it's not gonna be cartoon accurate. If I do, I'm just gonna do it. It'll be our little secret. Be our little secret. Our little secret. Get this happy stripe. Get this little happy stripe here. Look at that. That's our little happy accent. Yeah, talking about midlife crises. Yeah, I've got kids, and maybe it's because of them I didn't stick these stickers on initially, because you just don't have time to do all this stuff. You got kids and a job, which up until a few days ago I actually had a job. Talk about kicking a man when he's down. Yeah, last week I was ejected from my job of almost 15 years. So now I got more time for shit like this. And sticking stickers in my basement on knockoff toys from my childhood. So I had an Optimus Prime when I was a kid. And here, let's do a little history lesson, especially if, oh my god, now that's just, is that even gonna fit curling it around? Yeah, get in there. Yeah, you got it. And this, I would hope, there's a lot of younger folks out there tuning in, because it's only by listening to your elders that you really learn some life lessons. You learn a lot of stuff about the before times, how things worked before you were even born. I mean, that's something that people people have a hard time understanding that the world existed before they did. And if you think about that, that is kind of wild to actually think about the world existing before you were born. Because I don't know. Now I'm rambling. Optimus Prime. I had an Optimus Prime. I got Optimus Prime at Child World. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from New England initially, and there was I guess you'd call it a regional toy store called Child World. We had Toys R Us, KB as well. That's true. KB was in the malls, but there was a standalone kind of store named Child World, which if you know, you know. Um, Child World wasn't exactly as kind of clean and spick and span and uh, looking all neat and tidy like Toys R Us did. Um, they had a lot of overstock everywhere, so it looked a little less polished, let's say. But anyway, Child World was closer to where I lived than our local Toys R Us. But Child World sold toys. They sold all like your baby stuff. They had video games and stuff. Now, back in the day, this is where our story begins with video games, actually. Video games. I had a Commodore 64, which was one of the best consoles ever made. Because let's not joke around, the thing wasn't really a computer. It was something you played video games on. I don't know what the hell you did with a computer back in those days. I mean, I guess you could type things. A world before the internet, uh, let's say. It's hard to imagine a world before the internet. Um, but that is something that really is quite a line of demarcation. The internet. Now let's. Is this really accurate? Now when you transform this, his feet are going to be like this. Do we want? I guess you want the yellow. You want that on the outside, right? Am I overthinking this? I'm overthinking this, aren't I? Good Lord. So, when I was younger, I believe it was my aunt got me a video, an educational program. There's a video game for the Commodore 64. It was, gosh, can I remember what it was? It it was a spelling game, right? And you were a dolphin or something that would go down. You have certain you dive down and you got to spell stuff. Um, come on, man. Oh, that was a mistake. That might have been a mistake. So back in the actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, things have come full circle with computer software because back in the day, you would get stuff and it might not even work. You plug in a cartridge on your computer and nothing happens. And that's what happened to this piece of software that I have. And I guess these days, stuff like that happens, right? Because you've got companies launching games and stuff on day one. Something doesn't work, but you can just patch it these days, right? You got the internet, just patch it, fix it after the fact. We live in a sloppy world, don't we? So back in the day, sometimes, stuff just didn't work. So you bring it back to the store, you return it. I remember there was a Star Trek game for the Commodore 64 and other systems. Let's not, yeah, many other systems. I was super excited when my dad got this game because it was Star Trek, and I don't know if the game didn't work, like as a program didn't work, or the game just sucked. But we ended up taking that back because it was bad. Same thing happened with this game that my aunt got me. Didn't work. It just didn't work. Period. So we took it back to Child World, and I figured my dad would be like, "Oh, we'll just get another copy," but no. He said, "You want to get something different?" And the game must have been like $20, right? Because it was Optimus Prime $20. Whatever the case, instead of getting some dumb dolphin spelling Commodore program that might not even work, I got Optimus friggin' Prime. So that was a good trade-off. That I would say was a spectacular trade-off, and you get this huge box here. I remember the ride home, just staring at the box. Oh my God, I can't wait to get home and open this guy. So there's a story of Optimus Prime there. Now what? We've got, oh, this thing with the little horns, so to speak here, go on the legs. So, as I mentioned, this is all I have left. Because I would have gotten that, it must have been 85. It would have been around the end of the year, 85, I suppose. Because it was either a birthday present or a Christmas present my aunt got me, and my birthday's in December, Christmas is in December, my dad's birthday's in December, my ex-wife's birthday's in December, my son's birthday's in December, Jesus' birthday is in December, and that would have been when I got Optimus. And I do remember, like, the second wave of Transformers was out, because I was kind of transfixed by, was it Skids? No, yeah, it must have been Skids. I saw him on the shelf, and I grabbed him, because I'm like, who is this guy? And I grabbed it, like, right out from under this woman who was probably doing some Christmas shopping. And my dad's like, whoa, let's be a little mindful of people just whatever. Anyway, but I put Skids back because I ended up with Optimus. I think there was a moment of hesitation where I thought about getting Megatron. And do I regret that? Maybe. I've always regretted not having a Megatron. Because that toy was just freaking cool. And as cool as a big rig transforming robot is, no, that's Megatron was just so freaking cool because he transformed into a gun that was like life size, fits in your hand. He had all these kind of accessories, the suppressor, and the stock for. Oh, this is awful. What am I doing? I'm not even trying anymore. I'm not even trying. Maybe that's why I'm in a midlife crisis state of mind. Yeah, Megatron would have been really cool. But I got Optimus, which, again, he's a truck, which isn't the most exciting thing, but I, along with every other Transformers collectors, we have a ton of Optimus Primes, don't we? We have a ton of Primes because it works, right? The truck and everything, it just works. And, he is. Oh, and see in the instructions, they have two Autobot symbols. Maybe we'll not do that for cartoon accuracy. Optimus Prime is one of the most wholesome, noble characters we have in popular fiction. And I'm not talking about the Michael Bay Optimus Prime, because I don't know who Michael Bay is. These live action so-called Transformer movies, never heard of them. The wife herself. Except for Bumblebee. Bumblebee was okay. I liked Bumblebee. Yeah, so there's some stickers on Optimus Prime. There he is. Now I do have, again, this is a, $40 or $50 Chinese knockoff. I did get a while ago. Oh, look at there. Oh, there it is. That's where they go. I did get in a lot this Prime right here, which is not in very bad. It's not in bad shape, considering the age here. I don't think those are stuck properly on there though. Not in bad shape. Is that oriented properly? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am all out of sorts here. That's a better fit. So yeah. Oh, and I haven't gotten to the tragedy, of course. The tragedy. I would have gotten Prime in like the end of '85, I'd say. I had a brother who we got in March of '84. So at time of Prime purchase, he would have been almost close to 2 years old. And at such a point, in the spring, the following year, maybe he lasted a little longer. We went out for a walk and we came back, and I had brought Optimus out on our little walk, left him on the kitchen table, and he was in his alt mode. And then my mom came to my room with 2 pieces or 3 pieces. We had the cab, and then we had his 2 legs, which my brother had ripped off the body. And I mean, I can see why. I mean, even kind of moving the stuff around, gosh, I'm amazed, because this is just plastic. That's very easy. You could just rip that off if you don't know what you're doing. And again, my brother is probably 2 years old or whatever. He didn't really know what he was doing, and he just ripped the legs off. And my journey in dealing with grief was pretty swift. I didn't freak out. I knew my brother was just a little boy, just a little baby. But it was sad. It was kind of sad. I was heartbroken. And my mom said, well, maybe Dad can glue him. I'm like, no. Ain't no amount of glue on a part like that gonna get those legs back. And the knees bending here, I mean, I kind of feel like I never knew these bent. But, I mean, how could one not? Again, that's fuzzy memory stuff here. Oh, there must be a license plate sticker to stick. I don't know. But anyhow, so here's a quick comparison. This might be kind of just scratched up a little, but the head looks different. And you can see the kind of crest thing is more textured than that one. There's another like line in the middle. Something's a little bit different about that. It looks like the proportions of the grill are different. Yeah, it's an optical illusion, perhaps. But yeah, thanks China for disregarding copyright stuff because we get inexpensive knockoffs to help us relive our childhood. And then we got the new guy here, the new Optimus, which is a little small. I was surprised to see it be a little smaller. This is the legacy version. I did not opt to get the actual missing link Prime because, again, I have a lot of Primes. The cost, I don't know. I really couldn't justify buying that because I have masterpiece scale Optimus Primes, which have the posability. I didn't really feel the need to get something like this that could move around. But yeah, when I saw this at the store, I wasn't aware they were shipping. But bam, I had to pick him up because he is a cool little fella. He's got a big gruesome green stripe on the top here, but that is for light piping purposes, which is kind of cool. And he's got the Energon axe, of course. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, because of the Matrix is unpainted. A little disappointing, but then again, this is just a mainline $25 toy. But with the Matrix chamber, that means you got to fold the head back to transform, and then you got the backpack, which is cartoon accurate, but it's still a little too big. That's a little too much there, isn't it? I don't know. Just an old man yelling at the clouds here. There we go. We've got the past and we've got the present, or the future, which has become the present. Or the present, yeah. Old Prime, new Prime, old Roller. Where does this guy has this go? Let's just put that hand right now. Then we have some Prime figures right there. I think that'll wrap it up for this video. Oh, look at, did I just stick this point and that? Oh, man. And I call myself a Transformers fan. Let's flip this over. That's probably a good place to wrap up the video. Let's hope that wasn't a bad first attempt. It's pretty fun just to sit down and talk, and maybe some folks out there have tuned in, given it a listen, got a little bit of a history lesson. No, I can't do that. And we'll come out with some more videos, because if I did make a mistake earlier last year, 2024. I was going to introduce my son to He-Man, to Masters of the Universe, because that was one thing I watched the hell out of when I was a kid. It was He-Man. I never had any toys, He-Man toys. I mean, I had Star Wars toys. That's what I was all about when I was a kid. It was all Star Wars all the time. I had so many toys. I had a few Transformers. No He-Man, but I watched He-Man to death on TV. And I was going to show my son He-Man to get into it. But first mistake, I showed him G.I. Joe. First couple episodes of G.I. Joe, he was into it. So I thought, if you like that, you're going to love He-Man. Put on an episode of He-Man. He said, Dad, I want to watch the other thing. I said, I don't like He-Man. So we started watching G.I. Joe, and I decided to check out the toys. This feels like, I mean, it looks like this unclips or something. That can't be true. So, along with a descent into collecting Transformers, I'm now a G.I. Joe collector. So, you'll be seeing some G.I. Joe stuff in the future. Spoiler alert, I just got this amazing fans hobby. You thought they only made Transformer stuff. The Air Eagle, 1/6 scale, classified scale Joe vehicle. Maybe we'll talk about that. A lot of stickers on that to stick. We'll talk about stuff like that. And yeah, there's just so much stuff out there. It's a great time to be alive. It's a great time. It's a great time to be gainfully employed so you can afford to buy all this crap. So thanks for watching. And I look forward to doing this again. Peace out, folks. That was a lame outro. Come on, man. I could do better. Or not. See you later, guys.